Hey folks, Dave Ashenbrenner here. Welcome to another installment of the Lost Recumbent. Which brings us to where we left off last time. If you haven't done so yet, please like, subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. What you're seeing here is two ledger sheets that have been printed in 1:1 scale with the angles and lengths called out on them, and also notice the two bolts at the ends which are holding the bushings which will be welded on as we assemble this. Using the chop saw, we adjusted the angle very accurately, very carefully to get the angle cuts just perfect. What you can't see in this photograph is we've marked the other end of that pipe. We keep continually cutting off of the same pipe, and then as we go, of course we're checking all of our lengths and angles, but we have a line drawn on the end of the pipe, and we use that as a datum line. And what that does is it keeps the pipe straight. We use a square against the ground. I don't know if you can see the square there on the left side of your screen. We keep that nice and straight, and then as we cut the angles, we don't have to readjust the saw. We mirror the cut by flipping that datum line over 180 degrees. This is a way to save pipe. Your cut is going to be used for two joints. Next, you'll see how we positioned the jig for welding. The two bushings on the end, and we have an aluminum 1/2-inch spacer, two nuts we put underneath the two bushings. We then find the center from the center line on our plan underneath and carefully mark that. That's where the hole will be drilled through, and we'll insert the pipe, and we'll leave about 1/4 inch for welding on the other side of that. We'll want to be very careful that it's square on both sides. When we laid this out in CAD, we left some material on the top and the bottom of each control box, and these will serve as stops. They'll hit against the yoke so that the yoke doesn't come, tire doesn't come flying back into your lap. So this illustrates where that material is. On each side, you'll see that one yoke is touching the bottom while the other one is touching the top. When you steer it the other way, you have two stops that are contacting the yoke at the same time, so you don't put too much pressure on that. Here's the layout, which we're using to make paper patterns, and we did this because our most people are going to be doing this off a set of plans, and we have the holes in the bottom indicate the adjustable ratio between the body lean and the steering lean, or the front wheel lean on there, so we have a chance to change that out. Here's the finished pieces, and these were hand done. They still need to be cleaned up and filed a little bit, but for all practical purposes, these are finished. Which wraps up this part of the build. I want to thank everyone for joining me, and looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. While we'll be probably starting the assembly, I may have a couple little things we may go over first. And I will see you in the next installment of the other e-bike guy. This is Dave Ashenbrenner. We'll see you next time. Thank you.